Nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, I'm going to go to A&E today. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who it's going to be.
Paediatric trauma call, 15 minutes.
Code red, helipad response.
You're having a heart attack.
We want to be in and out of scan in the next 10 minutes.
I can't feel any pulse.
Any reception, can I help you? Yeah, 24 hours, 7 days a week. I love that question. What's your opening hours?
St George's, London, one of the busiest and most advanced A&E departments in the world.
Beautiful. It's as if we've done it before.
We are there when awful things happen to pick up the pieces.
We have a 2-year-old who's kicked like a horse.
We see the unpredictableness of what happens in life, and we're suddenly having to explain why it's gone wrong.
I can't feel my left leg.
You'll be okay.
A place where life,
Amy, Sophie!
Down below. Too slow.
love,
Such a good boy. So proud of you.
and loss
I'm still here.
unfold every single day.
So we don't shake hands at this hospital, we fist bump. Can I have a fist bump?
All the patients you're about to see were treated in just one 24-hour period.
Hello, darling.
You genuinely do see the best of people in this job. You'll see strangers rushing to the aid of someone they've never met. You just see things that make you realise just how important the people in your life are and the people around you are.
But this one is the top hospital. You know that, don't you? St George's. It is the biggest there is. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Over 900 people come through the doors of St George's A&E department every day, including patients, medical staff and ambulance crews.
Sweet Lord.
Stop looking at the nice man. To be fair, I'll give you that one. He is a very attractive guy. He's got great hair.
He's got a man bun as well.
Perfect jaw. Just like perfect. It's perfect.
Can you imagine being saved by him?
Dr. Capel from the plastics team is on call in Resus today.
Did somebody bleed plastics, by the way?
We are the guardians of the hospital for plastic surgery, so if any patient is deemed as having a necessary input from us, we need to see them in A&E.
You know, Croydon, you have kept me busy today. You've sent a lot of customers.
Anything between the head and the toe, where you are needed to suture lacerations, to take to theatre, to wash out, to amputate, you name it, we do it.
Okay, and that is an emergency. For plastic, so you need to tell me now, is this an emergency or not? Do I need to take him to theatre now or not?
It can be very doom and gloom, but it's important never to let your personality fade away.
We don't know if it's AF yet. It could be TIAs or something equivalent, like funny turns.
Funny turns.
Funny turns. That's in the medical textbook, that is.
How is it?
No.
My mother, till today, in my household, is the most educated person with a master's in cell biology from India. And she always wanted to be a doctor, but she got married. My dad wasn't very keen on that. And she swore to herself that her firstborn was going to be a medic. I was going to fulfill her unfulfilled dreams and become the first doctor of the family. Luckily, it was my calling. I do love what I do. And bullseye, she got it right.
Flexor digitorum profunda, flexor digitorum superficialis. Those help the finger to bend.
Hello, St George's Resus.
When the red phone goes off, you know that it's not a simple cut or a wound. You have to expect the worst.
Yeah, is that medical or trauma?
The anxiety is heightened because you don't have enough information. You're still waiting for the patient to come.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks very much. Adult male trauma call, ETA 16 minutes.
An 81-year-old man has been involved in a collision with a car whilst crossing the road on his bike. He's been brought to St George's from over 12 miles away in Surrey. Because of the serious nature of the cyclist's injuries, emergency trauma doctors were called to the scene and have travelled with the patient to St George's.
Cyclist versus car, just need
Go, ready, steady, go.
Are you ready for a handover? Okay, so this is Bill. Bill is 81 years old. He was crossing the road on his bicycle when he was struck by a car at approximately 40 miles an hour, impacting him on his right side. He bullseyed the windscreen and he was not wearing a helmet. Injuries top to toe. He has a boggy hematoma to his right parietal area with a scalp laceration. We're concerned about a possible skull fracture. He's been packaged and immobilised. He's got a pelvic binder on. He's also got multiple lacerations over his body, the worst of which is a full-thickness laceration over his distal anterior femur.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. My name's Johnny. I'm one of the bone doctors. We're just going to do a quick exam from top to bottom. All right.
The A&E team and the trauma team, which consists of the anaesthetist and the orthopedic doctor, have to assess the patient. They have to do a primary survey. They have to make sure that the patient's life is stable. Everything else comes after.
Nice few breaths for me, sir. And out.
Bill's wife is in a Surrey hospital recovering from a stroke. So the police have notified his son, who lives in Leeds.
It was my son who called me and told me.
Abdomen is soft, non-tender, large hernia.
Oh, I'm stunned. And I didn't realise, it didn't really sink in.
We're going to need to do a CAT scan of you from head to pelvis, okay? See what's going on. You've got some nasty injuries on your head.
Hang on, let me just pop his oxygen on.
Yep.
My mind was not in a good place then. I really thought the worst.
Bill is being taken to CT for an urgent scan of his skull and brain, as doctors are concerned he's sustained a serious head injury. "81-year-old cyclist Bill has been hit by a car and is losing blood from his scalp. He's having a CT scan to identify whether he sustained a skull fracture in the impact.
I do wish he would wear a helmet. His friend Frank swore to me that he would convince him he ought to wear a helmet when he bought a new bike. That didn't happen.
And we're doing head to pelvis.
Yeah.
Breathe in and hold your breath.
Makes me feel so guilty because I think I'm 26 and I don't ride a bike and he's 21. I'd never ride a bike. No, I would
He loves his bike. And he thinks he's good at it. If I said don't do it, he would still do it. He wants to do it. I do worry about him, but he's never stopped me doing anything that I wanted to do.
Got brakes on.
Bill will now be taken back to resus, whilst doctors await the results of his scan.
Tell me something. Did you buy this jacket in the Japanese shop? In Wimbledon?
Where did I buy it? 93-year-old Amy has come into A&E with Bernie, her 85-year-old friend, after a clothes error fell on top of her while she was hanging out the washing.
Millets. Because I'm just thinking how thick it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see them like that today, you know.
No, you don't.
Oh, God. But this is very. Let's have a look. This is very. Oh, it's marvellous, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fleecy lined.
yeah.
Don't see them of today like it. No, they're not made like that today.
No. Hello.
Hello.
My name's Tom. I'm one of the doctors. Do you want to come with me?
We're like rocks to each other. He's my rock and I'm his rock.
One more.
That's it.
You all right, Neil?
Right, on board.
That's away.
I always cook for him. Night time, we always have a meal. He buys me takeaway dinners from Sainsbury's, which are lovely. And I add lots of things to making a big dinner.
Oh, yeah, nice and big.
After the meal, we settle down and watch television. He has a little suite. We watch a programme, and then he leaves me about 11:15. Then he goes home. I don't know if you want to know anything about my complaints or anything.
Yes, please. Yeah,
What
tell
do
me.
you want to know?
Everything. Tell me why you're in hospital.
I was taking the washing out, wet jumpers, out onto the balcony, putting them over it's like a big clothes area. I'm just about to hang the last jumper on when the whole lot collapsed.
Oh my
It
gosh.
broke.
So it fell on top
of me. I was underneath it, you see,
Yeah.
and I had to get out of it. And I pulled myself out and I had to put my legs over the step to get myself inside. Because I was out, don't forget I'm out on the balcony, dear, it's all open out there. So I had to get inside and I thought, I've got to ring Bernie, it's no good. I pulled the telephone, I got his number and he said, what's the matter? What's the matter? I said, I have an accident. He was in a terrible state, shock.
She told me to go and have a whiskey, which I did. But that still didn't help the business of being shocked.
He's worse than what I am. He's in a terrible state. He said, you must ring for an ambulance. I said, no, and I wouldn't ring for an ambulance.
So we had a bit of an argument over it.
We did. We didn't come to blows or nothing, dear. I mean, when you do your washing, you don't have your best clothes on, do you? So I made a cup of tea, then I put something respectable on. Then I said, now the ambulance can come when it likes.
One-year-old Bill has been in resus for just under half an hour. Doctors are waiting for his scan results, but are concerned about the large amount of blood he's losing from his scalp.
Are you here for this gentleman?
I am indeed, yeah.
Wonderful.
Are you in charge of this man?
He's under joint care.
Oh, okay.
Orthopedics, plastics. He's got multiple injuries. The biggest concern we have is bleeding from the scalp. And he could potentially keep on bleeding. He's a very high risk for infection.
Sorry, sir. Oh, it's going to be a bit sore, I'm afraid.
The problem about having those wounds on the head is that as you grow older, the scalp becomes much thinner. If the scalp becomes thinner and you have an injury to it, you can bleed to death.
Oh, sorry, sir. I'm going to have to press on your head.
Okay.
Really sorry. It just squirted at me a little bit there.
All right.
All right?
Hello, sir.
I saw it was just coming from just behind his ear. Is that it there?
I'm just going to take a few pictures of your wounds.
If you have these very deep abrasions, there is a risk of infection because that grit on the ground, you don't know what's there. So we take infection very, very seriously because it does kill.
Stay like that as much as you can, just so I can get this bandage on. Live alone, Bill?
No, I've got my wife.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Can you remember the first time you met Bill?
Yes, the Orchid Ballroom in Purley.
There seems to be a lot of bandaging going on.
Well, you've done it good and proper, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, you could talk. I found him very interesting, very nice guy. I sent a picture to my mother, a photograph, and she said, he looks shy. How wrong could she be?
Just dressing this wound on your arm at the same time. Coming at you from all angles, Bill.
Yeah.
He didn't actually propose to me. We just sort of fell into it. I certainly nudged him.
Shall I lift it and you bandage this one? Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
We got married in the Guildhall, which was my suggestion. We had 2 witnesses, and then in the afternoon we went to the Royal Garden Hotel, Knightsbridge. We had dinner, and that was our celebration. That was it.
Do you want to go and grab some more bandages for me? Crepe bandages, if at all possible. Yeah.
Those vows really... So many people stand up in a church in a beautiful dress, but think nothing 2 years later of saying, oh, well, I don't want to be here anymore. If you intend to be with someone, then you stick with it. They rely on you, you rely on them.
Once we've done as many as we can, we'll get you wrapped up in a nice warm blanket.
All right.
Dr. Tom is treating 93-year-old Amy, who's come into A&E after having an accident at home whilst hanging out the washing.
Shall I peel it off, or do you want to peel it off?
No, you pull it off.
Okay. I don't want to pull any of your hair.
Check my glasses off.
Sorry, it's in your hair.
Don't worry about me hair, dear.
Okay.
There is a lump there as well, isn't there? There's a bump there.
There is.
My parents are very Victorian and very strict. What about the arm? See the arm? The arm is...
Who put this on?
The ambulance people.
Did they? Okay.
Oh, yes, the ambulance people put that on. No, I didn't. They both had their individual interests. For example, Mother would be the market. She loved the markets, and so did I.
You've taken a bit of the skin off.
Yes, that's what he said. Mother always liked her eels. Always eels mash, but I couldn't stand that. So my father would take me to Lion's Corner House for cream cakes. My dad would say, I want a pot of tea, that was for him, and a plate of fancies. That was always the expression he used. Fancies were not for him, but he never had anything to eat. It was always for me. I ate the lot. Always. Loved my cream cakes.
Do you live alone?
Yes.
And
yes.
are you normally quite independent?
Oh, very. I do my own cooking and I do my own washing, hence to say, happened today. Sometimes I'm out every day in the week.
That's amazing. Can I see you on your feet, just for my benefit?
Want to see me on my feet?
Yes, is that all right?
Sure.
Do you reckon you could walk to the door and back?
Wait a minute, let me get my balance for a minute.
Ooh. How does this compare to normal for you?
Oh, it's no different. They wanted me to have a new knee. I says, no way do I have a new knee. Good God, no.
And there's no pain in your hips or anything
No,
like
I've
that?
got nothing to...
OK, now, if it doesn't look like you've done yourself any serious damage, we can give that a clean with some antiseptic and just pop a plaster on it. And it's exactly the same with the arm.
Now, where are we going now?
No, you stay here. I'm going to get Daisy, I think it is, just to come and give you a bit of a clean-up,
Now, will I see you again?
Yes, I'll go do you later, and I'll see you before you go.
OK, thank
All
you
right.
very much.
OK.
Lovely speaking to you.
OK.
Thank you.
Oh, somebody was looking after me, darling.
You were very, very lucky.
You see, another person, unless you're really with it, you would never know how to get yourself out of it.
No, no.
Don't forget, during the war, I used to go in blitz buildings, so probably that's helped a lot. I was 70 and a half when war broke out. I wanted to go in the forces. I wanted to go in the Air Force. But the one thing that was stopping me was my father's signature. And he wouldn't sign. I don't know what the doctor thought of me with my slippers on, I'm sure. I decided I'd got to do something, so I walked along, I think it was the Old Kent Road, and they were advertising for ambulance staff. Some of the nights were very bad nights. Never stopped. Never stopped bombing. If you found somebody alive, you were lucky. And you'd rush them straight to St George's Hospital. But that was a rare thing, because more often than not, you would find a limb of some sort. What's the experience you're having today?
I know, I know.
You want St George's too,
Yes, yes.
Hands up. Hey!
Somehow I don't think I'm going to make my waxing.
I can't wait till he starts eating normal food. It won't be long. It's just so much easier. I just can eat anything together, even like Marmite and curry.
Doctors have received the results of 81-year-old cyclist Bill's scans. They reveal no skull fracture, but he does have multiple broken bones.
A fracture of the distal clavicle?
Mm-hmm.
With a loose body, I suppose.
You've got some injuries. You've broken one of your bones here. You've got 5 rib fractures on the right. Okay?
How many?
5.
Really? That's not good, is it? Anyway, thank you very much.
It's all right.
I was about 5 when I first got on a bike.
We're going to give you a wash over with some warm water. All right, just so we can have a clearer look at things.
Okay.
I used it to collect horse tongue.
You've got lots and lots of minor wounds around that we just want to get dressed so that you don't get an infection. Yeah. We'll start at your feet and we're going to work our way up.
Okay.
All right.
The milkman had a horse, the baker had a horse, the butcher had a horse, everybody had a horse and cart, see? And they used to crap in the road. That was basically it.
Okay, you can pop this arm down. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, let's look at these fingers. Okay, just going to give them a good clean.
I think I used to get about 6pence a bucket for it. And I had a basket on the front and a cardboard box on the back and a shovel.
Relax your arm down.
Okay, can you lift this one up slightly? Is that painful? Sorry.
Well, it's a bit sore.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
All right.
It gives me total freedom. You get on a bike, you don't have to worry about time. And no, it gives me total freedom.
Would you like us to contact your wife for you?
Well, it's up to you. I mean, I don't want to worry her, but she's got enough problems. I met Betty at the ballroom in Coulsdon, Thursday it was, and she had a green dress on. I wasn't looking for anybody. I'd seen what happened to my mates who'd got married young. Go and visit them, there's napkins hanging up, there's this, there's rooms steaming with washing, and they can't go out because they've got no money. That's not what I was looking for.
I keep looking at things and then going, oh, no, it's going to need a bigger one. Oh, no.
It wasn't sort of like loving first sight or anything like that. Basically, we enjoyed each other's company, I think. We've been together for 50 years, yeah. And I'm a hero to put up with that.
I wanted to be a doctor when I was younger. I don't have the patience or the brains for that. You'd have needed like the 10 A's or whatever.
Oh, at 13.
Oh, check you out. What did you get? What did you do?
Graphics, business. I did French as well. Just so you conjure le tabac. You know what that means.
In charge of miners today is emergency nurse practitioner Craig.
I was actually a veterinary nurse many years ago. So, what's happened?
I fell down a couple of stairs at work.
I really enjoyed it a lot and thought, well, maybe I should actually look at what it's going to be like with people.
With stupid wedges on.
Okay.
Stupid
That's the
shoes.
fashion.
Stupid shoes.
You get to see everything, and you're there for them at the time that they really need reassurance. They need somebody just to care for them. Okay. Any problems,
Have a
come back
lovely
and
day.
see you too. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye then.
78-year-old Samuel has come to A&E after tripping over whilst out shopping.
Hello, Mr. Chambers.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, I'm all right.
So, what happened to you today?
I tripped over a box. There was a load of boxes and I walked between them and tripped over and fell and hit my face, or the nose mainly.
Okay, and the boxes were just on the...
On the floor, yes. My fault. I didn't look what I was doing. Nobody else's fault.
Okay, so you didn't have any chest pain or shortness of breath or difficulty in breathing?
It's just a bad nosebleed.
Okay. Past medical history, you said you've got some Parkinson's disease?
Yeah, in the last couple of years I've had that.
Okay, and I gather you're retired, are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm 78.
You're doing well then?
Yeah, I keep busy, and all that, you know.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing off around your face and we'll have a look and see what you've done.
I know you've got to ask me this question, but I am all right. I just need to get out because of the wife.
Is your wife at home by herself?
Yeah.
All right. Older people tend to not want to bother you. They don't want to be a hassle. In actual fact, they want to keep themselves out of hospital most of the time.
I just want to be out of it. Is there any problems then?
Can't send you home like that. Your wife will get upset with us, OK? You look a bit of a mess at the moment.
Oh, right.
So they will underplay their pain. OK, I'm just going to undo this. Wow, looks like you've been involved in a big pub fight.
Isn't that bad, is it?
Their resilience is amazing. Absolutely amazing. It looks like you've broken your nose.
Well, that'll heal itself, won't it?
Yep, it will. It may be a little bit deformed, though.
Well, that can't help. At my age, it doesn't matter.
But sometimes they need somebody just to care for them, to touch them, tell them they're going to be all right. And I think that means a lot. What I'm going to do is I want to get an X-ray of your face, because you've got, you know, quite a nasty injury there in respect to soft tissue. I just want to make sure nothing is damaged underneath that.
OK.
It'll be relatively quickly. OK, it won't be a few minutes, OK, sir? Take you down for your X-ray, all right? You all right?
Yeah, fine.
Sorry, I feel like this might be a while.
Oh, don't worry.
I don't mind if you go off and do something.
No, I'll stay with you. You go on, beat him. Marrying you. It's my job to look after you now. As long as I can have a dog.
Okay.
Hi, it's Capel Plastics.
Dr. Capel from the plastics team is arranging for Bill to be admitted.
It was never as easy as I thought it would be to become a doctor. I'm concerned about infection. It was quite a turbulent journey. I supported my mother through a divorce. She gave up her life to raise me. I think it's a good idea. Give me a call back. Okay, thank you, bye. My purpose in life, every day I wake up, is to make sure that she doesn't ever regret doing what she did for me. My mother is my universe. She's everything to me, and I wouldn't be here in front of you if it wasn't for her. Mr. Nascombe, how are you, sir?
Oh, as well as can be expected.
You're a good man. You're going to be admitted into hospital.
Oh.
You are to be under the orthopedic surgeons and the plastic surgeons like myself.
Oh, right.
OK?
How long do you think that'll be?
I think you'll be here for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You're going for surgery tomorrow.
Oh, right.
So that we can wash out all your wounds and clean them and cut and suture them and stitch them back together.
Oh, right.
So I think a couple of days.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see how you get on.
Yeah.
And we'll take it from there. And when you're good and when you feel better and stronger, we'll send you home.
I always wanted children. I definitely wanted a boy the first time, and I was convinced it was a boy.
Can you lift your shoulder ever so slightly?
My son, Billy, he was born May 71. I just threw myself into it and loved it.
Just dressing this wound on your arm at the same time.
I thought I might go back to work, and Bill said, oh, yes, we can get a nanny. But when I saw him, I wouldn't part with him for anything. With the second, I wasn't so adamant, but I wanted another little boy for him to play with.
When the boys come along, I was really happy. I used to take them to the parks and things like that. We used to go to the old park or the new park, push them on the swings.
All done. Relax. Relax.
We used to play on that lawn out there. Yeah, I had a wicket down there in the cricket time and football nets during the winter. Billy could have been good. If he'd had my aggression and I had his skill, we'd have been playing ring.
One night, Billy got off the bus on the other side of the 217, was crossing the road. It was a very horrible black night, dark. And the car hit him. And the police knocked on the door. Now, that was horrifying. No, I can't really talk about that.
Betty and I spent 20-odd years trying to bring him up the best we could. And I was upset that somebody as gifted as Billy, and he was gifted, it was my opinion, and could have been so useful to the world, is snuffed out just like that.
Okay, let me just get a porter and we'll go upstairs, okay?
It was only after Bill's accident that I realised that road again.
Yeah, ready. You okay, Bill?
Yeah, fine.
You look at a little fruit fly, lasts about 24 hours. Life's pretty short, really, and it, you know, in the whole spectrum of the universe, we're nothing really, are we really? So you just enjoy it while you're here until something better comes along.
Bill is being taken to a ward overnight and will have surgery in the morning to clean and close his wounds. Three-year-old Amy has come to St George's with her friend Bernie after a clothes error fell on top of her. She's waiting for her head and arm to be dressed.
Oh, that's a pretty colour.
It is, isn't it?
Very, very nice.
Start with your head, okay?
Okay, well, yeah, sure.
All right, just relax.
Very tender, as you can appreciate.
Yeah.
Very, very tender. First time I got married was after the war. But little did I know that he was mentally ill. You want me to take my glasses off? It might be easier for you. He used to drink terrible. He used to go out and get drunk. He had shock treatment. In those days, it was only in its infancy. He was a very, very ill man. My second husband, he was a womanizer. He used to stay with his mistress. You never knew if he was coming home or not. You just didn't know. He didn't really want to get married to have a wife. He really wanted a housekeeper.
I was married for 42 years. My wife was very disabled. She got ovarian cancer and she passed away.
Can I give these things to Bernie? Is that all right?
Yes, certainly, yes. Sure.
So, Bernie, this is just a letter about what we've done today, but GP will get a copy of that electronically.
Yes.
And this is just the head injury advice leaflet that I was talking about.
Okay, dear, okay.
And it's just, if you ever read that now, and it's just a few things just to look out for, though I don't think this is a serious head injury.
No.
Okay, but it's just precautionary.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right, okay.
Very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you for all your help.
Bernie, he is the third gentleman in my life. He is the one man that I love.
Well, at first you don't realise it is love.
It's gonna bruise, okay?
Yeah, well, there is a bruise there already. Yeah. The doctor said there's a bruise there, yes.
She done things for me cooking, etc. And I've done odd jobs for her, you know, and I think it's taken off from there, like, which is a lovely thing.
Thank you, dear, very much. Thank you so much
Do you
for your
want me
help.
to push you round?
Please, if you would.
Yeah, just mind your legs.
I've never, ever looked, well, I don't say look, I mean, I talk to men, of course I talk to men, everybody said hello, but I've never, ever been interested in any other man, and he knows it.
I would do anything for her, she would do anything for me. So therefore, you've got a love pattern of both of us.
Sorry, I'm not the best driver.
Don't worry, take it slowly, darling, you're all right.
So you were 75 when you met Bernie, is that right?
18 years ago, yes, good 18 years, my dear.
What would be your advice to somebody who is 75 as you were when you met Bernie?
It wouldn't be my advice for them to sit indoors to feel sorry for themselves. Because I never did, and I've got by till 93.
Bye-bye, dear.
You just got to carry on and try to find the best things out of life.
Craig has received the results of 78-year-old Samuel's skull X-ray. He's asked consultant Fahim to take a look at the swelling around his eye.
Hello, sir.
I'll take that off for you.
Oh my, that's impressive.
And it's got bigger since he's been down to X-ray. You know, this has got significantly bigger.
Yeah, it has.
There's a huge hematoma under there.
Can you look up? Okay. Is it sore here?
No.
No.
She's not
Is it sore
complaining of
here?
any pain.
No?
No pain at all.
Here?
No, just feeling you pushing.
And you didn't lose your consciousness?
No.
No.
You sure?
Completely.
Positive.
Do you live on your own?
No, with the wife. I think the wife.
And how good is she? Is she in good health?
Oh yeah, she works for the hospital at St Elia's.
Oh, brilliant. So she'll be able to keep an eye on you.
Oh yeah.
It seems that at present, everything's fine.
I'm going to get you followed up in our ENT clinic because of the nose.
They can book you a slot.
Yeah, we can book it, so we'll sort it all out for you, okay? I'm just going to pop some ointment over your abrasions. And what I want you to do is pop this ointment on your abrasions twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. All right? I have a thing about age. I definitely don't want to get old. I really don't. And I think partly it is because we see a very small spectrum of older people that have problems. And just so you don't scare everyone with this eye, I'm going to put a pad over your eye. So you're seeing all those poor patients that fall over and break their hips, Alzheimer's and strokes, patients with dementia. And my dad had premature senile dementia and, you know, did not know who we were. And it's really difficult to see that. I had a very estranged relationship with my father who, you know, when I told him I was gay, he sort of like cut me out of the picture, so it was really difficult. At 21 years of age, telling him that you're gay and him just saying, you know, get out of the house, it's over, it's gone, I never want to see you again. And then to not have a relationship for such a long period of time and then know that there's something drastically wrong. And you can't take that time back. You can't. That's the hard part. And then I sort of blame myself, you know, why didn't I make the effort? So why didn't I go and try harder? When in actual fact, would it have made a difference? I don't know. But the fact that I didn't try, maybe that's why I'm more caring now. More understanding and more accepting of whatever the circumstance is. I'm not going to be judgmental to you. I'm just going to tape this down on your face. It's not very nice, but just so that it's a bit of a cool compress until you get home, because otherwise it's just going to keep on swelling up. One thing that we should always do is, though, make sure we tell the people that mean something to us how much we care about them. Because your wife's going to look at you and go, oh, my goodness, what have you done? She's going to not let you out. So make sure you say it all the time, because then at least it makes it a little bit easier. So I'll help you up.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll get you sorted outside. OK. And you don't normally walk with a stick or anything?
No.
That's good. You all right?
I'm fine. Good man, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I can't plan it. I might get knocked over again, can I? I'm going to do my best not to.
We've got some saline, we've got some paracetamol, we've got a full kit ready.
I swear, it was bleeding so much.
Adult thrombolysis called ETA 10 minutes. 59-year-old female, fast, positive, speech, left-sided weakness.
Each one of those patients has found themselves in A&E.
Lift this left leg up for me. Keep it in the air.
Thinking to themselves, is my life going to be changed irreversibly?
They said basically, phone anyone you think would want to be here to say goodbye to Luke.
you.